Next, I want to talk about avoiding what I call the drawstring effect. My friend calls this turtling. So it's so natural to pull everything in, of course. We're all about trying to play into the violin, so we allow our shoulders to be drawn forward, and we end up like this. I'm sure you've all seen old players who play very much like this because they've sort of grown into that shape. And we want to try to stay as open as possible for as long as possible. So you want to be aware of your head's position in relation to your neck. If you think of your head as a boat floating on the lake, which is inside your collarbone, right? So your head has a kind of freedom to it. And you'll see if I turn sideways that my head is pretty much over my neck, not forward, right? Bringing my violin into my neck can maintain that relationship so that I don't go chasing the violin. So how can I learn to keep this posture? Because everybody falls into it almost automatically. If you have a friend and a ponytail, you can have the friend stand behind you and hold your ponytail while you bow. And you will notice, usually it's on the up bow, people will go forward, right? What could be more natural? If you're eating, do you eat like this? Or do you eat with a little bit of that, okay? So it's very natural on the up bow to want to try to come forward. So instead, on the up bow, feel yourself move in the direction. So head and bow together. So I'm breaking the habit of this, right? You can see how that distorts my 4 points. Shoulders over hips, hips over knees, okay? So coming up bow, and at the same time, thinking of moving my head to the back of the chin rest. This won't surprise you. On the down bow, I don't want to go with the bow. I want to go against the direction of the bow, and my head goes to the back of the chin rest. So basically going to the back of the chin rest on every bow, right? Very, very helpful. You can also place the violin on a cloth against the wall, and that will keep your violin from moving. When we move our shoulders, it can be very bad for accuracy. It reminds me of one of those Tom Cruise movies where the plane's trying to shoot down the other plane, but the other plane keeps dodging around. So if you're doing this with your violin all the time, how can your bow find the sounding point? And how can your left hand find anything at all, right? You're going to miss your targets in both hands. So if you've got a lot of shifting to do or fast notes, I recommend keeping the violin in one place, and for this, putting it on a cloth against the wall. Really helpful. Don't stiffen. Keep your knees springy. Keep your lower back loose. But see what happens when your violin is not moving around so much.